Last period we had seen the meaning of final account with adjustments and the adjustment items. We studied only uh, one adjustment we studied. Okay, that is closing stock. Okay, closing stock we studied. Okay, so closing stock. What is the adjustment of closing stock? Where it will come? Aditya, closing stock.
Credit side of trading account.
Trading account credit side and balance sheet asset side. Okay, so we studied one adjustment. Now, second adjustment. Okay, second adjustment, outstanding expenses. So after the trial balance, if any information it is given, that is adjustment. Okay, so first adjustment, closing stock, that we know that it will come trading account credit side and balance sheet asset side. Next one, outstanding expenses. Outstanding expenses. What do you mean by outstanding expenses? Expenses which have been incurred during the year. This is this year, current year expenses, but the payment has not yet been made. That is called outstanding expenses. Expenses which has been incurred during the year. It is a current year expenses, but the payment has not yet been made. That is called outstanding or accrued expenses. Suppose a salary. Current year we have to give 24,000. Current year we have to give 24,000 salary. But this year we paid only 20,000. So remaining 4,000 is outstanding expenses. Okay, remaining that which one 4,000, that will be the outstanding expenses. So what is the effect? First, it will be added along with the respective expenses. It will be added along with the respective expenses and shown on the debit side of trading and profit and loss account. Trading and profit and loss account. And the balance sheet liability side. It is a liability because still now we didn't pay our expenses. That is liability. Closing stock is asset, but outstanding expense is liability. Current year expenses, we didn't pay that expenses. Example, I will show that one item. Suppose example, adjustment it is given outstanding wages. Okay, outstanding wages given outstanding wages. Outstanding wages 1,000 it is given. So in trial balance, wages it is given 70,000. Wages is given 70,000. So if any outstanding wages 1,000 it is given. So we know that adjustment have two effect. First, we have to add with the respective expenses. Outstanding wages 1,000, 71,000. Here, first we have to add. First effect is first we have to add. Suppose outstanding salary 3,000. So in profit and loss account to salary, suppose 10,000 is there. Add outstanding salary. Outstanding salary. Outstanding salary 2,000. Okay, next outstanding rent. Rent you have to add here. So first effect is that one only. Then where it will come? It will come Only adjustment have two effect. It will come balance sheet, liability side. Balance sheet, liability side. Current liability, outstanding wages. Outstanding wages. Only adjustment have two effect. Only adjustment amount. Outstanding salary. Clear? First, we have to add with the respective expenses. If it is outstanding rent, with rent you have to add. Outstanding advertising, with advertisement you have to add. Then balance sheet liability. Atul, any doubts?
No, sir.
Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, Aditya,
No, sir.
Sharath,
No, sir.
okay. So first, what we have to do, if the outstanding expense is there, first we have to add with the respective expenses. With respective expenses. Okay. Suppose if you look at the numerical question, you can see outstanding salary with the salary you have to add. Okay. Any outstanding it is there, that we have to first we have to add with the respective expenses and the balance sheet liability side and the balance sheet liabilities side. Okay, so second adjustment it is over. Effect that you have to remember, that you have to study. Outstanding expenses. So this year expenses, current year expenses, but the payment has not yet been made. So it is a liability. So first we have to add with the, because whenever you write the wages, outstanding wages, so correct this year wages is that much amount that we have to write. That's why we are adding. To know the correct, we are following accrual basis of accounting. Accrual basis. We are recording all the cash and as well as the credit transaction. Okay, whether paid or not paid, we are not concerned. We are recording. Okay, so in banking organization, we are recording only cash. Doctor is a service organization. Next, prepaid expenses. Prepaid expenses. What is the prepaid expenses? So example you can write here. Outstanding wages, outstanding wages, outstanding salary. Okay, any outstanding expenses. Next, prepaid expenses. Those expenses which have been paid in advance. It is next year expenses, but we paid this year. The benefit also will be received in future. That is prepaid expenses. But outstanding expense means benefit already we received from the worker. Okay. So here means those expenses which have been paid in advance. Next year expenses we paid this year. That is called prepaid expenses. That is called prepaid expenses. Prepaid expenses. So, what is the effect? We know that it is asset or liability. Last one is outstanding. Our expenses, but still we didn't pay. Here means next year expense we paid this year. So it will become second effect is balance sheet asset side. Balance sheet asset side. Then what we have to do? Then first what we have to do at this method, it will be shown in the trading and profit and loss account. Debit side. No. It will be deducted from the prospective, yes, profit and loss account by deducting from the respective expenses. By deducting from the respective expenses. Means, example, prepaid insurance, prepaid rent, prepaid rent, prepaid insurance and prepaid rent. Okay, unexpaid, that is also prepaid expenses, unexpaid. Next year only expiring date. Unexpaid. Okay, prepaid insurance, prepaid rent. First, what we have to do, suppose if it is a prepaid insurance, adjustment it is given, prepaid insurance 500. What we will do? Two, it is a profit and loss accounted. To insurance, we know that insurance profit and loss accounted 5,000. Already in the trial balance it is given 5,000 less. It is next year only that we have to deduct, because to find out the correct profit and loss of the current year, prepaid insurance, it is included in the 5,000. So that we have to deduct. Rent, prepaid rent, to rent also profit and loss account. Rent is 2,000. Prepaid 300. Suppose in the adjustment, prepaid rent it is given. Prepaid rent it is given 200. So that is we have to deduct from the debit side of profit and loss account, trading and profit and loss account. Suppose prepaid wages. Suppose trading would only wages. Prepaid wages 3,000 less prepaid wages. Any prepaid that you have to deduct from respective expenses. Suppose 1,000. Okay, adjustment it is given. Prepaid wages. One thing you have to remember: only adjustment have to effect. Only adjustment. It will come in the trial balance. They will give wages 3,000, insurance 5,000, rent 2,000. Okay, but adjustment have to effect. So it will come balance sheet asset side. Prepaid wages 1,000. Current assets, prepaid wages 1,000, prepaid insurance 500, then prepaid rent, which one 200. Okay, so if it is outstanding expenses, one thing you have to remember, if it is outstanding means add and balance sheet liability with expense. If it is prepaid means less and balance sheet asset. Clear? Outstanding expenses, current year expense only. And we have to add to know the correct salary, to know the correct wages, current year. Then liability. If it is a prepaid, it is next year only. So it is included in the this year insurance. It is this year wages that we have to deduct. Then balance sheet, that is asset. Okay. So now I said three adjustment. First, closing stock. Okay, closing stock, trading account credit side, and balance sheet asset side. Next, outstanding expenses. With expenses, you have to add and balance sheet liability side. So you have to study. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Next, prepaid expenses. Prepaid expenses. From expenses, you have to minus. Then balance sheet asset side. Balance sheet asset side. Next one. Income earned opposite. You look at income earned but not received. Otherwise, accrued or outstanding income. Accrued or outstanding income. Suppose accrued or outstanding expense. Outstanding, same only. Here means there is expenses. Here it is income. Opposite. Clear? Outstanding expenses. That is liability. Here means outstanding income. Outstanding or accrued. Accrued expense or outstanding expense, same. Accrued or outstanding income. So what is the outstanding income? An income which has been earned during the current year, but not received. An income which has been earned but not received during the current year is called accrued income. Means this is current year income. Example, interest on investment, accrued interest. Okay, accrued interest, normally accrued interest and accrued rent, normally accrued rent. Okay, means this year rent, this year investment. Suppose we invested 1 lakh in the bank. So 10, if it is a 10% interest means a year we have to get 10,000. So, but if we got only 8,000, then 2,000, no, that 2,000, that will be the outstanding income. Outstanding expenses means opposite. This year expenses still we didn't pay, but here means this year income still we didn't receive. So that is outstanding income. Just opposite. Here means which side? Look, asset side. Outstanding expense is liability. Outstanding expense is liability. Then same like outstanding expense. If it is outstanding expense means we have to add. Here also add with the respective income. Which side? Credit side. Outstanding expense means with the wages. Debit side only. Debit side only. Prepaid expense with the debit side. Here means outstanding income. With the income you have to add. With the income you have to add and the balance sheet asset side. And the balance sheet asset side. With the income you have to add and the balance sheet asset side. Clear? And the balance sheet asset side. Next. Incomes received in advance. So one thing, suppose example, suppose accrued interest on investment. Interest, where it will come? Profit and loss account. Interest, profit and loss account only by interest on investment. Suppose 8,000. Adjustment it is given accrued interest. So with that you have to add accrued interest. Accrued interest. Suppose if it is 2,000. Okay. Suppose rent, accrued rent by rent received. By rent received. Suppose 5,000. Accrued rent 1,000. Add accrued rent. Accrued rent 2,000. 1,000 suppose. So outer column. Okay. So with that income, you have to add and the balance sheet asset side. And the balance sheet asset side you can write accrued interest. Accrued interest 2,000. Then accrued rent. Otherwise outstanding rent. You can write anything. Okay, accrued rent asset one thing because it is income. Accrued rent 1,000. Okay, so prepaid accrued rent, balance sheet asset side. So first we have to add with the respective income in the credit side and the balance sheet asset side and the balance sheet asset side. Next one, incomes received in advance. Incomes received in advance. Incomes received in advance. What is the bit? So you look at that. What do you mean income received in advance? Income received, but not earned during the accounting year. Correctly, this is next year income, but we received this year. That is called income received in advance. Income received in advance. Prepaid expense means expense paid in advance that we are treating as an asset. But here means next year income. We received this year. Just opposite. So what we will do first, next year income we receive this year means first we have to deduct from the respective income. Example, rent received in advance. So we have a building we given for rent purpose. Rent received in advance, and next year rent we receive this year. But if anything happens in the building, we have to pay the amount to the that person. A commission received in advance, for example. Rent received in advance, commission received in advance. Rent received in advance, commission received in advance. First, income received, but not due during the account year. This is next year income, but we received this year. So that is income received in advance. So first, where is income balance sheet? Liability. It is a liability only because we are following the principle of conservatism, playing safe. We are considering, we anticipate only the upcoming losses, not the upcoming profit. Next, it is shown on the credit side of trading and profit and loss account by way of deduction from the income. Same like prepaid expense. Prepaid expense means from expense we have to deduct. Asset side. Here means from income you have to deduct balance sheet liability side. Balance sheet liability side. So how it will come? So first, suppose commission received in advance. We know that commission received profit and loss account. Commission received. Suppose 1,000. Some commission received in advance. Adjustment is given 300. So less commission received in advance. Commission received in advance. Suppose 200. So 800. Next, rent received in advance. By rent received. By rent received. Suppose 2,000 less rent received in advance. Rent received in advance 500. So outer column 1,500. 1,500. So first we have to deduct from the respective income and balance sheet asset side, and balance sheet not like asset side, liability side. Balance sheet liability side. What we have to write? Commission received in advance. Commission received in advance. Commission received in advance 200. Then rent received in advance as a current liability. Received in advance. Rent received in advance 500. Okay. Then one more. One more I will take. Next one. Next adjustment. Depreciation. Depreciation. So what do you mean by depreciation? Decrease in the value of assets due to their constant uses here and here and the expiry of the time is called depreciation. Okay, decrease in the value of assets. If you purchase the fixed assets, year after a year, year to year, the value will decrease. That is called a depreciation. So what we will do? So normally it is a loss. So it is a loss. What we are doing means if we are using that asset for a period of 10 years, suppose we purchased a machinery for rupees 1 lakh. So expiry date is 10 years. Life of the asset is 10 years means every year we will take some amount from the profit. So we can take amount from the profit. So for which one? Meeting these losses. Suppose if it is 10 years means divided by 10. So is equal to 10,000. So it is equal to 10,000. So every year 10,000 we will take from profit. Okay, so for meeting this losses means after the end of the 10 year, that fund we can utilize for purchase of the new machinery. Okay, so what is the effect means? So it is an expense, it is a loss, but we are not giving amount. Compared to other expense means it is a loss only, but we are not giving any amount. Here means decreasing the value of asset. So we have the right to charge depreciation from the assets. We can keep a reserve from profit for meeting these losses. Okay, so it is a provision we can take. So what is the effect means? First, it will come in the profit and loss account debit side. It is a loss expenses debit side, profit and loss account debit side, and it will come. We know that it is related to fixed assets. So what we will do, it will show on the asset side how by way of deduction from the concerned assets. By way of deduction from the concerned assets. So first, if it is a decrease in the value of asset, first suppose it will shown on the debit side of the profit and loss account. Suppose depreciation on plant and machinery, adjustment it is given, depreciation on plant and machinery, 10%. Our next depreciation on furniture, 5%. So plant and machinery it is given 1 lakh. Furniture it is given which one 10,000. Okay. So 1 lakh is the plant and machinery amount, depreciation 10%. First what we will do, first it will come debit side of profit and loss account. Depreciation on plant and machinery. Depreciation on plant and machinery. So 1 lakh into only depreciation we have to write in the profit loss account. How much we are taking from the profit? 10%, 10,000. Then to depreciation on furniture. Depreciation on furniture, 10,000 is the value of furniture into 5%, 500. Okay, first it will come in the debit side of profit and loss account. Only the value of depreciation, not the this plant and machinery that in the trial balance. Plant and machinery amount is 1 lakh in the trial balance. Depreciation it is given 10%. So that 1 lakh into 10%. Okay, furniture it is given in the trial balance 10,000. Adjustment it is given 5%, 5% depreciation. So 10,000 into 5%. Then how it will show in the balance sheet? So first we know that it is a fixed asset, plant and machinery, 1 lakh. 1 lakh less means a revalued figure only we are writing. Less depreciation. It is given in the profit and loss account. We calculated 10,000. That is 10,000. 90,000. Okay. Next furniture. There is also fixed assets. Furniture means a revalued figure. Now current value is 90,000. Less depreciation. 9,500. Okay, so revalued figure only will come in the asset side. Okay, now value is this one. But one thing you have to remember, in profit and loss account, we are writing only the adjustment. Adjustment how to effect. First, profit and loss account debit side, and we will deduct from the respective fixed assets. Okay, only adjustment how to effect. It is a trial balance amount. Only adjustment we have to adjust. Profit and loss account debit side, not add less with the respective expense. Directed. Okay, depreciation of machinery, to depreciation of furniture. Okay. Okay, next further bad debt. So I will revise Next bit I will revise. Okay. Thank you.